Life can be a turbulent journey. Amid the laughter and joy, we're often tossed into the whirlwind of heartaches, disappointments, and adversities. As much as we wish to navigate a steady course, the tumultuous waves of hardships and pain seem to capsize our equilibrium. But imagine if there was a way to face life's turmoil with a nonchalant attitude, an art of caring less about the storms, not out of apathy but for the sake of self-preservation, resilience, and tranquility. This may seem like a daunting task, but our guide on this journey is none other than Marcus Aurelius. A respected emperor of Rome and a revered philosopher, Aurelius weathered many of life's tempests. Despite the societal and personal challenges he faced, he remained composed and unflappable. After all, sometimes the best way to weather the storm is not by fighting it, but by learning to dance in the rain. Indifference, in the right context, can be a potent shield against life's adversities. Now, it's important to note that indifference isn't about being cold, unfeeling, or dismissive. Rather, it's a carefully cultivated ability to prevent the ups and downs of life from disturbing our inner peace. Marcus Aurelius was a prime example of such strategic indifference. As an emperor, he faced countless challenges and crises, each with the potential to unsettle him. Yet, he chose not to let these situations hold power over his mental and emotional equilibrium. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Aurelius' Stoic wisdom directs us towards the mastery of our reactions, cultivating a state of non-reactiveness or indifference to external circumstances. By practicing indifference, we make a conscious choice not to let life's hurts dictate our emotional state. It's like standing in the middle of a hurricane but remaining unaffected by the chaos whirling around us, caring less about the storm, focusing instead on maintaining our calm center. It takes practice, but this skill can become our steadfast ally, enabling us to experience life's trials and tribulations with a calm nonchalance, reducing their impact on our well-being. Training the mind to detach. Emotional detachment serves as a protective mechanism in a world filled with unpredictability and frequent heartaches. This is about learning to separate our emotions from external events. By doing this, we become more resilient, capable of experiencing life's pain without letting it consume us. Marcus Aurelius, despite his high-profile role as an emperor, was a master at cultivating this emotional detachment. Objective judgment, now, at this very moment. Unselfish action, now, at this very moment. Willing acceptance, now, at this very moment, of all external events. That's all you need. Marcus Aurelius. Aurelius suggests making objective judgments, seeing things as they are without coloring them with personal bias or emotional responses. This approach not only reduces the sting of painful situations but also allows us to navigate them with a clear and composed mind. Training our minds to detach involves recognizing that we are not our thoughts or emotions. They are transient, coming and going like waves on a shore. This realization helps us to care less about the turbulence those waves might create, enabling us to remain tranquil amidst life's inevitable hardships. Deciphering control, what's yours and what's not. One of the most empowering yet challenging realizations is understanding what we can control and what we can't. This knowledge can liberate us from unnecessary stress and guide us towards a state of calm acceptance. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Marcus Aurelius. Constantly worrying about things we can't control, like the actions of others, the inevitability of change, or the unpredictability of life, leads to anxiety and stress. It's like trying to control the direction of the wind, it's futile and exhausting. But when we shift our focus to what we can control, our reactions, mindset, and actions, we find a sense of empowerment and tranquility. By learning to let go of what we can't control, we begin to care less about the chaos of life. We find peace in understanding that some things are simply beyond our grasp, and that's okay. Instead of allowing life's tumultuous tides to toss us about, we become like a rock in the sea, steadfast amidst the waves, unperturbed by the elements we can't control. Embracing the present, your best defense. When pain strikes, our minds often flee to the past or the future. We find ourselves ruminating over past regrets or anxieties about what lies ahead. However, this mental time travel can amplify our pain, pulling us further from the peace and tranquility we seek. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Marcus Aurelius. By consciously embracing the present, we learn to care less about past hurts and future worries. We begin to accept our current situation for what it is, neither amplifying the pain with past regrets nor compounding it with future anxieties. This presence of mind brings a sense of peace and acceptance, even in the face of adversity. Practicing mindfulness, being fully present in each moment, helps us to foster this focus on the present. It's about experiencing life as it unfolds, moment by moment, rather than being lost in the echoes of the past or the shadows of the future. Turning perception into your ally. Our perception can either be a soothing balm or a potent poison. It has the power to magnify our pain or diminish it. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius. This implies that our suffering is not merely the result of the painful situations we encounter, but more importantly, it's our perception of these situations that determines the intensity of our pain. By changing how we perceive these circumstances, we can alter our emotional response to them. For example, seeing a difficult situation as a catastrophe can intensify our pain, while viewing it as a challenge or a learning opportunity can make it more bearable. It's not about denying the pain but reframing it in a way that makes it less overwhelming. By consciously choosing to perceive hardships in a more positive or neutral light, we can reduce the emotional toll they take on us. Building your inner citadel. In the midst of life's adversities, it's important to have a safe refuge, a place of strength and tranquility. Marcus Aurelius called this refuge the inner citadel, a fortress within our minds that external circumstances cannot breach without our consent. One is that things do not touch the soul, for they are external and remain immovable, but our perturbations come only from the opinion which is within. Marcus Aurelius. Our inner citadel is our mental sanctuary that remains unperturbed by external chaos. It is the seat of our strength, resilience, and inner peace, and no external events can shake it unless we allow them to. So, how do we build this inner fortress? It starts by reinforcing the principles discussed earlier, understanding what's within our control and what's not, practicing emotional detachment, embracing the present, and adjusting our perception. These practices fortify our mental walls, making them impervious to life's painful onslaughts. The liberating truth of mortality. For many, the contemplation of mortality can be a daunting prospect. However, Marcus Aurelius embraced it as a liberating truth that offered perspective amidst life's hardships. Death, therefore, the most awful of evils, is nothing to us, seeing that, when we are, death is not come, and, when death is come, we are not. Epicurus. By acknowledging our mortality, we can put our life's difficulties into perspective. Most of our worries, anxieties, and pains are transient and insignificant in the grand scheme of existence. The recognition of our limited time can help us care less about the pain and more about living fully in each moment. It's a wake-up call to not let our hardships overshadow the gift of life. So, when life hurts, remembering our mortality can alleviate some of the pain. It's a reminder that our time is fleeting, and it's up to us to decide whether we want to spend it dwelling on the pain or focusing on the beauty that life offers. Like Marcus Aurelius, we can use the truth of mortality as a tool to care less about our difficulties, and more about embracing life's richness in spite of them. Cultivating empathy, easing your burdens. It might seem counterintuitive that caring for others can help us care less about our own struggles. But Marcus Aurelius posited just that. What injures the hive, injures the bee. Marcus Aurelius. We are all interconnected, and helping others can bring us peace and perspective in our own struggles. Aurelius was an advocate for compassion and understanding. He believed that empathy allowed us to see that everyone carries their own struggles and hardships. By developing a more empathetic perspective, we gain a wider view of the world and our place within it. This can put our own problems into perspective, reducing their perceived severity. Moreover, acts of kindness and understanding can bring us a sense of purpose and joy, which can counterbalance our own troubles. Helping someone through their difficulties can also provide us with insights into handling our own challenges. The journey towards tranquility. Stepping onto the path of caring less when life hurts isn't an overnight transformation. It's a journey, one guided by the wisdom and teachings of Marcus Aurelius. His words remind us that we can navigate life's storms with equanimity, indifference, and a gentle acceptance that does not amplify our pain but lessens its impact. This journey is about growing through what we go through, turning our adversities into stepping stones towards resilience and tranquility. It's about facing our troubles with an unwavering calm and resilience, reducing their power over us, and enhancing our capacity to endure. Like Marcus Aurelius, we can all traverse the landscape of life with a serene poise, experiencing the hurt, yet caring less about its sting. Because in the grand tapestry of life, every thread, even those spun with pain, has its place. Each thread strengthens us, molds us, and ultimately creates a masterpiece of resilience, fortitude, and tranquility. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please consider clicking the like button and subscribing to the channel.